Let's not forget, when you talk about the high screen and roll game, the purpose of this is to try to get either the ball handler or the screener open. But depending on these defenses, you're going to...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
DH. A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. And here's a look at some numbers for Embiid.
And guys, I think he's starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They've dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Gallinari is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Robinson. And it's Paul in at the 1. And for Dallas, we've got Aaron Gordon. Alec Burks is out there with Fox. Then there's Embiid. And it's Brooks in at the 3.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Burks. And the rejection by Love. Robinson against Gordon. Robinson kicks to Ingles. Got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Here's Paul. Clock at 6. And that's off the glass and in. Paul's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now, here's Fox. He had a 30-point outing their last game again. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Robinson up top. Burks covering. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Here is Love after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Paul kicks to Love. Ingles against Brooks. Tries it from the top of the key. Nice D from Brooks. Mavericks trail by 3. Fox passes to Burks. Poked away. Gallinari with the steal. There's the dish to Robinson. Pass to Ingles. 58 seconds left here in the first quarter. Robinson passes to Paul. 4 on the shot clock. Over Brooks. They get it back. Love. Back to Robinson. There's the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Yeah, they matched up very evenly, and that's not a compliment to either side. Last season was a struggle for both squads, and now they're each looking to turn the corner.
And so here is New York following the score by Dallas. The shot's good from Paul.
And Paul takes pride in scoring past the defense. He's used to getting roughed up a little bit. Sometimes he causes most of that, though, Kevin. True grit from the little man.
Now, here's Fox. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Inside. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Fox.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
A good close contest so far as we finish. Chris Ball talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
You know, I like the confidence that they've shown here early on.
Yeah, I think they've controlled the momentum, and that is showing up.
We've got Alec Burks. Brooks is out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Fox. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
Unselfish play of Chris Paul there, has a knack for knowing when to get his guys when they're wide open.
Stolen by Robinson. And the pass to Gallinari. Paul looking over the floor. Deep 2 from Robinson. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Pass to Burks. And that one hits back iron.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Fox against Paul. Passes it to Ingles. Launches it. Burks pulls it in. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Mavericks. It's a 3-point game. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Now, here's Burks. Picked up 33 points in their last win again.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Here's Embiid. Outside Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Brooks misses.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Gordon dishes to Brooks. Here's Fox. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Each year, so many coaching changes. Brett, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
Gallinari, Mavericks with the rebound.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
Gordon finds Fox. Works for 3. No good that time. And New York the other way now. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
I think you can be a little bit rattled when you lose the physical battle as badly as they did in that game. That can be tough to shake off. So it's a matter of getting over those doubts and finding yourself again.
Now, here's Burks. He is averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Ingles against Fox. No good. That would have tied it. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Gallinari outside. Over in the corner, Paul. "16 feet away. Almost, but it rolls out. Here's Burks. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Fox with the eyes and ears up that time. Good vision to facilitate.
And Paul puts up a deep 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end. And that does it for our halftime show. We now
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. We've got Kevin Love. Gallinari is out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Robinson, and it's Paul in at the point. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. That's no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Here's Robinson after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Love, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Gallinari against Burks. Now here's Embiid. Not a lot of room. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And that's 10 points for Joel Embiid.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Paul kicks to Gallinari. His three-pointers off the mark. And so Fox will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 1. Burks looking around. In the corner, it's Gordon. Off target with his 3. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Robinson against Gordon. Robinson passes to Paul. Now, here's Ingles. And the Knicks miss again.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And, you know, there are some players who are playing career, who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
There's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things, like Chris Paul and Mike Conley, that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You've got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
And role players that have been like Calderon and Haslam, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of their organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great names, Kevin.
Here's Paul. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. And Paul gets it to go in.
And for an undersized player, Chris Paul's a pretty good finisher around the rim. Certainly knows all the angles.
Here's Burks. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Love. To get open is Robinson. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Love.
Smartly played there from Love. He knows exactly where to cut after he sets that screen.
Embiid, the pass to Burks. We've got 22 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Outside Robinson. That's a 2 from Paul, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Paul's got 13.
Well, what we've seen here tonight, Chris Paul can put points up on the board still in a hurry, just carrying the offensive load right now.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's Dallas. They're up by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. De'Aaron Fox out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Oh, that was something else.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. The shot's good from Paul.
Said it time and time again, Chris Paul in the mid-range is pretty much half the time going to be good.
Burks against Love. Looking to end his cold spell. Burks can't get it to go. New York trailing. Gallinari outside to take the lead. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Fox kicks to Embiid. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Burks' shot is good.
That play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Knicks trailed by 3. Paul with the ball. To the inside. And stolen by Gordon. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Fox. And he banks in the layup.
He gets so quick there in transition, does a good job of reading, and a nice finish.
Fox against Paul. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter.
And that's how you want to see defense played. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
Burks can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Paul against Fox. Paul goes in. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
That is why Chris Paul has the ball in his hands. Delivered.
inside, and the dunk by Embiid.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
To the left wing, and Robinson wide open. He shoots. Offline with his three. And so Fox will bring it up for the Mavericks. Burks' shot is good.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 51 seconds left in the game. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Fizdale said to the team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it. Kevin?
Thank you, David. To the middle, here's Love. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Kevin Love is clutch, and boy, did the team need that.
And now we've got the intentional foul. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and an intentional foul right there. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Well, Fox had quite a year in Kentucky before he decided to turn pro and became the 5th pick in 2017 in the NBA draft.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 5. 24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Gallinari dishes to Paul. Down low, Love, and Embiid with the block. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And no mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Love the pass to Gallinari. And the 3 off target. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but